very difficult time for me. I think, yeah, May 11th, right? I just, it keeps getting worse. So, and I'm not doing very well still. So we're just, we're gonna stream and, you know, it's been a difficult time, right? Yeah, let's play a video game, right? See if Mega Man sounds good. Play something, I need to get my mind off stuff, You try to. I would really like to be able to sleep at some point. I just, still feel bad about everything. Always, all the time. Always. Right. So we're gonna play a game and do our best. Everything feels wrong. I'm sure it's fine. Or, something. Got Retro Arts starting up. Let's drink some hot sauce. Get our mind off stuff. When you need to get your mind off stuff, you drink some hot sauce. That's how the Romans did. Ooh, my, that's a lot of hot sauce. Mmm. Oh. Mmm. Oh, that's zippy. Yeah, that'll distract you. All right. Just that's this is gonna help with our depression. Just keep drinking hot sauce. You just hot sauce through the sadness, and your brain will. You can't think about the horrible mistakes you've made if your brain thinks you're on fire. That's true. That's factual, right? Okay. Lots of regret, just so much regret, but now regret and fire, so that's good. They can keep each other company. Right. No, it's getting close to 1,000 days. It is. I mean, probably not significant in the least. Every day is the same as every other day. Just trapped in a cyclical hell, like you do. Right. Why is Retro Arch not working though? I've got questions. Would you please? Because I'm starting to make even less sense than usual. That's not good. Can't do that. All right. Got it working. So let's see. What I'm gonna do. Let's say. Which one do we want to do? We did Mega Man 4 Buster only. We did Mega Man 6 Buster only. Yeah. Let's start up a Mega Man 8. Mega Man X. Yeah, let's do Mega Man X Buster only. Or at least start it up.
Beads?
Beads? I agree, exactly. It's not popping up for me who said that, but usually it's default. There you go. Hey, I was right. How are you doing today? Do I got a Super Nintendo emulator? I don't think I got a Super Nintendo emulator. Let's download a Super Nintendo emulator. Do Mega Man X with the Buster only, and believe me when I say, once you get to the Sigma levels, it gets so much harder. Whoa. Would you not let me download a core? Because I wish you would. How are you? I'm doing very badly. We're gonna do our best. No, it popped up for me a little bit after the beads played. It looks like my computer's trying to catch up. But mustard. I relish our friendship. Barbecue sauce. So, Super Nintendo. Let's go for the Super Faust. Sure. Right. Oh, alright, that's we're just... I absolutely do not. But also thank you. Why did it not? Did it download? Oh my god, that's what I mean. This is very... Oh. Thank you. Good. No, I absolutely did not go... Okay, what? Fine. I'm fighting with RetroArch. It's... I'm not advanced RetroArches, and why can I not move my mouse off of the program? That's weird. That what? Oh my god, what's happening? Fine. Closed, fine. And then my... Oh, it really did not pop up, did it? Oh, it popped up for me, just not on OBS. That's weird. Speaking of things that are weird, let me bring my frame back in. Why are you doing this to me, RetroArch? I really wish you'd stop. Just, please, I don't need this right now. Meme redeem spam going on in the Moose stream. I saw he was streaming. I showed up for a little bit, but I'm logged out of Twitch on my laptop, so I can't comment on stuff. I can be there, but I can't. I'm not logged in on my laptop, so I can't socialize. But I was there a little bit. I miss being logged in on my laptop. I used to be able to hang out with people on stream, and now I cannot, which is unfortunate. Or are you going to let me do the thing now? Because it seems like it's working now, which would be great. But you know what would be greater? Cheese. Well, good news for you there. You're always going to be better than me, so you never have to worry about us being equals. You're always just going to be superior. So there you go. But I used to chat in streams all the time. I would one of our hive mates would be streaming, and I would just bump into Big there, and it'd just be wild. I used to do a fair bit of viewing as well, but now my laptop is logged out of Twitch, and I can't log back in because Twitch forces you to do this double authentication thing, and I don't have a phone, so I can't log in. It's very unfortunate. I'm just a monster, just the worst kind of person. I appreciate you, but I'm mad that I have to be around me all the time. I wish I wasn't have to be So that's something I have to deal with. Consider yourself fortunate. If I could just separate myself from myself, I would. The you know when you think stuff, the monologue in your head, that the thing in your brain that makes words that you think, it bothers me. I hate it so much. It's just getting on my nerves. It never stops. Ah, I'm trapped inside the person I hate more than anything in the world. Right. No, I've got a phone. I just see, got a phone. It's not on. Like it's not on in more ways than one. Like it's out of battery and it's not. There's no thing on it because the only time I ever leave my home is to go to my doctor. So I don't see the point in spending $45 a month for something I'm never going to use because I've got Wi-Fi. So like, I would never ever use my phone. It would be a waste of money. And the funny thing about double authentication is you have to have it on. You can't have it plugged in with Wi-Fi because it has to send you a text. And you cannot get text that way. It's very frustrating. Speaking of frustrating, what happened to RetroArch? Well, you know, if you're sad, maybe just get mad instead. Get angry, you know, replace the sadness with anger. Thank you, RetroArch. Looking out for me in that way. Why do you refuse to load my game, though? Wish you would tell me. I mean, that might be a good solution. Oh, yeah. You ever get real sad and then you ever get mad? Yeah, that'll do it. Well, okay. So... why is this not working? I mean, I could do it like 1 month, but to do it just to log in seems like an entire waste, especially because it's kicked me out several times, and every time I want to get back in, I have to go through this process. And I'm just tired of getting back in just to have it do that over and over again. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay. I just don't think it's worth all the hassle anymore. It's frustrating, but I'm also like, you know, sad a lot, and I just don't want to deal with things anymore. So... why does it refuse to open this ROM? Because that's weird. That's very weird. Does my really terrible emulator do it? Let's try my terrible emulator. Let's see if the terrible emulator does it. I'm guessing it will, which is just probably frustrating. Let's find out. Terrible emulator, where are you at? In case you're wondering which terrible emulator I'm meaning, it's SNES 9X. It's, you know, it gets the job done, but there's a few really jank bits about it. As far as I know, this one... okay, this one works for whatever god-awful reason. Fine, sure, fine. Okay, cool, right. Give me a moment to get my game. Hold on. Should be all set up. How to place mass, but how do you feel about mass pings on your... like, I don't mind it, but I don't do it very rarely because I don't want to bother people about it. I don't want to annoy people, so I don't very rarely do it. I have to have a good reason. Oops. I don't mind it just because, like, I get really anxious socially, and I just don't go on my own Discord for weeks at a time, so I wouldn't even notice if you did ping everybody. but I try not to bother people. It's my philosophy in life. I'm trying really hard not to bother people. If I'm forced to be here, I can at least make an effort to use up less resources or bother people less. That looked good. Well, if it helps, I'm feeling very unwell right now. I haven't slept in a very long time, and I recognize I haven't eaten in a couple days, so I made myself some ramen noodles, and now I still don't feel well, but my stomach is mad at me, so that's weird. Feeling very sad, worse than I was before, and dizzy from the not sleeping, and probably from the not eating. And I've been feeling worse and worse and worse these last few days. And you know me well enough to know that I started out feeling not well in the first place. So, that's not great. So I appreciate your support, but I'm doing my best to exist right now. You're a good friend to me. Oh God. I really just wish I would just have a heart attack or something. God, that would resolve everything. As bad as things are normally, there's so much worse right now. Cannot stop thinking about her. Which, yeah, it's par for the course, but it's more difficult lately. You wouldn't think we're coming up on the 1,000-day anniversary. You wouldn't think it'd be that bad anymore, but I promise you it is. Oh God, I'm getting real sad. I'm sorry. You're being nice enough to hang out, and I'm just being real depressive. Well, we'll turn up the game a little bit. Probably. Seems to be a little quiet. My philosophy about opening up about my problems is just like I'm aware if there was a solution to these problems, by God, I would have tooth and nail fought for it a long time ago. There just isn't. Yeah. And talking about your problems to some people sometimes makes you feel better, sometimes don't. It doesn't actually resolve anything, right? And I don't want people to feel bad for me. I don't want them to be in that awkward situation where they want to say something, they want to help, but there's no way to help. It's just, I don't want to bring everyone else into this mess that I've created for myself. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want them to feel awkward that they want to help and they can't. It's just, I've done this for myself, and I'm very sad all the time, but talking about it isn't. I just don't see the reason why. You're a good friend, and it's not like I'm trying to hide stuff. It's just I don't see. That's not a resolution. And I usually just spend most of my time trying desperately not to think about all the stuff that I can't stop thinking about. So talking about that is the exact opposite of that. When you try not to think about stuff, talking about it is as thinking about it as you can. I could probably try, but I'd be too ashamed to. I would like to, but that's not an option for me. Like, I no longer deserve to. Right. Would really like to, but, you know, I would also really like to undo all the stuff I did, and just because you really want something doesn't mean it's meant for you. So, doesn't matter how badly I want it. That is no longer part of my life. God, I love you, Defoe. I might start crying. I'm sorry if I turn off my webcam. You have to excuse me, because that's the funny thing. You're trying to offer me hope, and that is just very difficult for me, because I have to decline, and it is very hard to turn down hope. Like, when you're in a situation like this and you have some hope presented to you, oh God, you just want to hold on to it and never let go. But no, that's not something that can happen. No. Be good if it could. I just really wish it could, but I ruined that. I was going after the sub-tank. I forgot what we were even doing here today. We're doing Mega Man X with no upgrades. So no special weapons, no armor, no sub-tanks, no heart. We're gonna get the slide just because it's impossible to beat the game without the slide. Or without getting the slide. But we're getting the slide at the last possible opportunity to get it, so, you know, that's going to be our compromise. I just, you know, like you've known me for a while, Defoe. I just, you know, I don't think I've ever divulged, but you've known me long enough. I've been sad about this long enough. I think you recognize if this was something I could have resolved, I would have resolved it. It's not something that I can just fix. And yet it's also not something I can move on from, so that's where I'm stuck. So it's just, God, I wish there was a fix for that. Like, you have no idea, I can't express to you just how badly I wish I could undo or fix or just make it right. It's so much worse when you're the one who did it. Like, when bad things happen that are your fault. It's just, you know, you want so bad, like you're faced with a problem, something you're unhappy with, and you want to solve the problem, right? That's how we're geared to deal with things. You solve a problem. But like, when you have to face something that there's no solution for, it's like, you know, you're put in a situation where like you lose something you can't live without, and now you have to live without them. It's just such a weird thing. It is honestly terrifying what you can live through. I promise I wouldn't have thought I could still be alive after all that. But here we are. Really? I forgot I was using a joystick. Right. like, you always just assume that after a certain point of badness, like going through stuff, like, I don't want to say it like, you know, we're gonna call it Plan B, right? Right. You always just like, it's not the best option, like, you don't, it's not a good option, but you always consider, like, if things get bad enough, like, you always have your Plan B, right? But apparently not. And no matter how bad things get, apparently you're just going to have to keep dealing with it, which is just terrifying to me. No matter how bad things get, it'll always get worse, and that is just very not reassuring. Oh god, I'm getting depressing again. I'm sorry, man. I mean, that's why I stream. I try to get my mind off stuff. I take my medicine to slow my brain down so I can only think of one thing at a time. And then I play video games, so that takes up that one thing slot. That's my strategy. That's how I've been surviving these last. Oh god, what month is it? That can't be right. Hold on. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It's really May. 9. So that's like 30, 24, 33, 32 and a half months. Yeah, 32 and a half months. It's been a long 32 and a half months. Probably not. But I mean, I don't see how it'll help or hurt one way or another. It's like I'm trapped in this cyclical hell that I'm in. It's just, you know, I mean, I don't got anything else going on. You can at least keep track of how long it's been like this. Alright, Flame Mammoth. I'm not going to use the power-ups or special abilities or anything, but I'm still likely going to fight them in the same order because it's just what I'm used to. Although I will periodically need to remind myself not to pick up stuff because it's just autopilot. Bosses in this one are so much easier than the later ones. Probably, I don't know. It might be because I'm just so much more used to this one, but I think that these bosses are easier. Much more familiar with them though. actually, speaking of the medication, oh, hold up. That is important. You gotta make sure I do that. Let's go for the other ones. Where are you at? Oh, mirtazapine, get over here. Well, feeling charged up sounds like a good way to feel. I mean, that sounds nice. I'd imagine. I don't know. I mean, also make sure to take your medicine, but it sounds like you're feeling nice because you're not taking your medicine, which might be a sign that your medicine's not meant for you. Ah, gotcha. That's no good either. I can't even do that. I keep putting my thumb on the D-pad. No, I can't do that. If I'm alone with my thoughts, it gets very bad very quickly. That's why just about all of my medicine is resolved around turning my brain off and or making me very tired. Can't be depressed when you can't think about stuff, which works. Yeah, don't do that. Part of the issue of dealing with mental health stuff is you have to recognize that you yourself, like I recognize my brain doesn't work right, so I need to work with my doctor whose brain does work right. Like I've got the inside knowledge and he is a source from outside of my brain which doesn't work right. And when your brain doesn't work right, you have to stop and accept that periodically some of your thoughts are going to be wrong, even if they seem right to you. That's why you have to work with people you trust who can tell you when some of the thoughts you're having aren't correct, and trust them well enough to be like, while I disagree, you might be right because my brain's not working. It's very scary, really. Sweetie. Ellie says hello. That's also a habit I've picked up from before I started getting help. It's because for the longest time I didn't have insurance. I had no way of dealing with this except for myself, so I myself found a few ways to. I mean, it still got out of hand to the point where I ruined my life, but dealing with my mental health stuff, there's a couple ways I dealt with it myself before I had someone else to talk to and trust to give me opinions like that. I used to leave a lot of notes for myself because when my brain was working correctly, I would leave notes for myself for when it wasn't. And me, when my brain's not working correctly, might not be thinking clearly, but I knew enough to trust the me that was thinking clearly So even if the notes didn't make any sense to me at the time, I recognized that that was me telling myself what to do in those situations. So that helped a little bit, somewhat. Oh, we can't do Chill Penguin though, can we? Because that slide. God, when we get to... This whole thing is easy until you get to Launch Octopus. Launch Octopus is a nightmare without the slide. He's borderline... Well, not borderline. Like, to beat Launch Octopus this way, you have to just get lucky. If he decides to use a certain attack enough times, there's nothing you can do about it. You just lose. And actually, there are ways to... I mean, there's a code for this game where it gives you the power for beating this level without the slide. So you can actually beat this game without the slide feature, technically. Or at the very least, you can get to the Sigma levels. I don't know if you can physically beat the game without the slide feature. But I want to beat this the way the game's intended, just with no upgrades, or as few as possible. If it's physically impossible to beat the game without an upgrade, I'm not going to cheat just to take stuff away. Right. Alright, Spark Mangel, you and me. Let's go take Spark Mangel to the candy shop. Alright. Right. Boy, you said it. If I'm, well, handicap myself. I've made this joke before. I'm already handicapped. But if I'm challenging myself in this way, you'd think I'd be playing better. Probably should be. But also, life is short, none of this really matters. So that's sad. Yeah, I actually had 2 things on my wish list until recently because I couldn't figure out how to put them in like the cart, so I just added them to my wish list. But I recently unadded them because I'm like, I think when I added them I was delirious from medication because there were 2 games I really wasn't interested in. That can't be right. Really? I've not played Isaac in a long time. There have been a lot of updates since the last time I played Isaac. I would have thought I was way behind. But at a certain point in time, I have been known to complete Isaac though. Like before when it was just Rebirth, I completed Rebirth. Completed the original one like a long time ago. I'm a massive Isaac fan. Not very good at it, and I haven't played it in a while, but I used to complete it regularly. In fact, it was one I did a long time ago. It was a series of videos I was doing. I was calling it Isaac the Right Way, where we were only allowed to shoot to the right. So we couldn't shoot up, down, or left. We could only shoot to the right, just to challenge ourselves. I was having a lot of fun. We were getting there. Beat the heart a handful of times, even. Yeah, there's hundreds of Isaac achievements. They're ridiculous. Or maybe it's a specific part of Isaac, because I think it might be segmented. Like there's the original one, then there's the rebirth achievements, and then there's the afterbirth achievements, and then there's the DLC. Like they might be separated into groups. I would believe that. It came from a challenge I had forever ago. Okay, that makes sense. Then I'm not sure if it's on Steam, but I've absolutely 100% beaten the original Isaac a long time ago. I'm not sure if that was... I'm not sure if I was playing it on Steam or not. Yeah, the new one has hundreds. It's wild. No, a long while back I was playing the original Isaac, and we were running out of stuff to do because I completed the game. So like, I don't know if... I think it might have been Big or Code who suggested it. But someone said, why don't you just try playing it with only shooting in one direction or something? Like somebody brought it up and we were joking around with like dumb challenges. Or I think they said, what if you can only shoot one direction every room, like it changed? And just to simplify things, I'm like, okay, well what about only left? Let's shoot only left. And we beat the game. Like not only beat the game, but we beat it first try doing that. Like it wasn't actually that difficult at all, it turns out. So with that still fresh in my mind, we are gonna have to figure out how to beat Spark Mandrill, because nobody has fought Spark Mandrill in years. They always just use his weakness. Ouch. Buddy, stop it. Get some help. Huh? Why you gotta be so punchy? That's a fun fight, actually. You never fight Spark Mandrill because his weakness just humbles him. But yeah, we're doing right only, so we beat Mother, or we beat Mom. And then we beat the Heart several times, and that's where we left off. I mean to get back to it, but that was a fun challenge. I haven't played Isaac in a long time, though. And since the last time I played, there have been more updates. Haley, good morning. To be fair, I only stream when I'm feeling very, very, very sad. So I'm sorry. I kind of stream at all times. Early morning, late evening, you know, whenever. Always. I didn't know people looked at that kind of stuff. I didn't have anyone added to my Steam until recently when I started streaming, and I had to do like co-op streams with people. It was just easier to add them on my Steam, but I just, you know, didn't have that for a long time. That's a fun fight. Oh. I usually just play the same games over and over again, or get bored and start a game and then never play it again, or any games I do play a lot I don't do on, they're not Steam games, like, you know, I just emulate a lot of old games. So I'm sure if games like Donkey Kong Country had achievements, I would have had them all a long time ago, but I just do old cartridge games, you know. Ooh, fancy. Man, breakfast does sound nice though, don't it? Ooh, now we get to fight Armored Armadillo, who's actually going to be the first challenging bit for this. Without his weakness, he's actually kind of spicy. A little bit. No, he can be Dr. Foe. You are now. Murder. Sorry. We're getting to the point where a lot of this is, going to be frustrating in that, some of these collectibles are so easy to get. So easy to get, we can't use any of them. Like this here, this thing. Can't have it. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. 10 out of 10. Alien, I respect you. Jump. How many lives do I got? Alright. Okay. Good luck. You got a mow soon. Oh. I don't understand the reason why people would need to mow stuff. Have you seen how nice long grass looks? It looks nice. And it's more comfy to lay in. I'm pretty sure it's better for the environment, you know. All the critters that keep the ecology functioning, you know. Like this. Look at that. I could just go up there and grab that health upgrade. I'm mad about it. Oh, barely saved that. You know, without having a slide here, a lot of these jumps are more difficult than they otherwise would be. Because you should have your slide by now. We're probably gonna lose. We get 2 attempts and one of them's not even going to be at full health, but you know, we're in high spirits or something. Really? Why is that a thing? How did I get around that before? Yeah. So do I really just have to hit this guy from behind then? Or maybe when that thing's closed? I'd be willing to believe that. Because he's standing there for a second. Yeah. So you really just gotta tag him while that thing's closed. The thing is, you'll notice you do like 1 bar of damage to him every single time, so this is a long fight. To the point where I don't even think it makes much of a difference if we're charged or not, so it's just not. Oh, that just doesn't hurt him at all, does it? That is wild. Really? Wasn't ready to start dodging again. I had thought I got him in a loop. Oh. Bless you. You're still the only one who used that emote, and I'm very happy about it. I'm glad you like it so much. I think it turned out really well. In case you're ever wondering why this gentleman's named Armored Armadillo, little Mega Man lore for you. He is an armadillo, and he's wearing armor. So, you know? Yeah. Oh, right. Wish you'd stop. Oh, we're very dead, aren't we? So, I mean, I'm on a good day, this guy's challenging. Right now, I'm just not even here at the moment. Between not sleeping for a couple days and the depression and the medication, oh yeah, this is not going well. Oh, but you know what they say. Really? That very nearly took my head off. Buddy, stop it. The worst thing is, we do have this gentleman's weakness. God, that's the thing about fighting him. To fight him, you have to stay like up on the wall for most of the fight. And it's just like, it kills your thumb. I promise, fighting this guy, by the time you're done, you will not be able to use your thumb for a while. It's just tap, 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 tap the entire time you're fighting him. I do in fact have his weakness. It's one of those weaknesses that does like a lot of damage to him too. It's too bad. You know what, Defoe? Forget his weakness. His new weakness is determination. Alright. We can do this. He doesn't stand a chance. You, me, and Alien, friendship, teamwork. By the power of teamwork, we're gonna make him feel bad about himself. The three of us are just gonna bully him until he gives up. Ah! Nailed it. I made the noise when I realized I was gonna die, and yet I had another like chunk of time to dodge. You'd think I would have gotten out of the way in time. My brain's not working. Oh god, no, the fight's just started. Yeah, fighting him without a weakness is just an ordeal. Like, you can only hit him very rarely, and it does like 1 bar of damage. It's frustrating. And every time he hits you, it's like 1/3 of your health bar. Actually, when we get to him, I'll make a save state. And I'll fight him with his weakness just to show you how much easier it is if you're using his weakness. It's wild. I tell you, bosses in these games, by and large, with just the Buster, without their weakness, they're very hard. With their weakness, they basically just roll over and accept death. but yeah, I'll demonstrate. I mean, I don't know. You know how much I like grinding up. Whoa! That should have killed me. I should be dead right now. Right. I had to have been within a pixel of dying there. I don't understand how I didn't. Alright. I grinded one spot in Dark Souls for weeks. And then I got to the final boss and I just humbled him. Like, there's a couple really good grinding spots in Dark Souls, and I spent a few weeks on each of them. And the last several bosses of the game, it was hilarious how I was fighting them. Every fight would play out the same way. I would get up in the boss's face, and we would take turns hitting each other until they died, and then I would just, you know, flex for a bit. I was a to call it a tank build, I don't think is doing it justice. I was built like a mountain. Like I got in the fight with Ornstein and Smough, and I just took turns punching them until they died. It was hilarious. Oh god, that brings back good memories. Because, like, yeah, it takes a lot of work to get that. Like, that's a lot of grinding, don't get me wrong. But my god, is it rewarding. Like, once you get to that point, man, best feeling. You know? I was gonna say being loved is probably better, but yeah, you know, who deserves that in this day and age? Certainly not I. All I know of Elden Ring is it's made by the Souls people. Because I saw like just a minute of gameplay of it, and it looked almost identical. Like I thought it was just like Dark Souls DLC or something. And I'm a fan of Dark Souls, but like, wow. I really enjoyed playing the first Dark Souls. Like I said, I grinded and grinded and grinded, and then I just had a blast killing stuff. But it took a lot of time. I'm not ready to commit that much time to another game right away. Kinda want to do Dark Souls 3 the same way, but it really did take me weeks of grinding. And I only play stuff I can stream anymore. I don't think I can stream that. I'm not sure my setup could handle it. I know nothing about the lore, but it looked very similar to a Dark Souls game. Right down to the thing on the bottom left to tell you what your stuff is. I've also really wanted to play Sekiro though, because that one is like, that one is from the same people, and it's like the same kind of like really, really difficult kind, like the same kind of game. But like I said, I either like I've got no way to stream it, and I'm really not that good at video games. So if I did play, I'm sure I would do it very well. My thumb is on fire right now, though. Oh, how is it? I know a lot of people are playing it. I've always meant to catch up with the whole like Soul series and play more games from them, because I know they're really good. I just, you know, I play the same games over and over and over again, and I just, you know, comfortable with what I know, you know. Familiarity. I think I'm technically a PC gamer too, just because I play all of my console I play all my console games on emulators. So would that make me a PC gamer? I've played all of my video games exclusively on a computer for years. They just all happen to be console games on the computer. It's a very I switched to... Oh, I need to focus. I'm having a conversation. I'm not paying attention. We just got to the halfway point. I need to beat this guy before my medicine starts kicking in or I'm screwed. I will play controller with nearly every game I play, with one exception, and it's the funniest thing. Binding of Isaac, I have to use mouse and keyboard. Or not. That's what I get for trying. I'm trying to have a conversation. Oh God, I gotta start over. Not even mouse, because it's all, I mean, keyboard, it's WASD arrow keys, so there's no real mouse action going on, but gotta play Isaac with the keyboard. For whatever reason, I play so much better. Alright, this is what I meant when I said Armored Armadillo was just the worst, doing Buster only. There's a reason they call him Armored Armadillo. His defense is ridiculous. I don't know if that's the kind of game I would like, though. I want to spend time with you, but you know, Defoe, I'm old and I don't know a lot of these hip, new, young, millennial games, you know. These Gen Z phantasmos, you know, all of them TikToks and, you know. Ah. Alright, buddy. You and me. Let's razzle dazzle. We'll see who blinks first. I don't know, I've got very particular tastes in games. And you know I like to just, I replay the same games over and over and over again. Like, I play what I'm comfortable with, and that's typically Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 games. It's just, you know, familiarity. New games have just so many buttons, just a lot of buttons. Back in my day, you had a D-pad, and you had 2 buttons. And there you go. You had jump and you had shoot. God, I'm old. I'm so old. Old as time itself. Alright, give my hand a break just for a second. I can't, but I can, if I'm looking at a keyboard, I can type faster than anyone I've ever met who can type correctly. I can type very fast on a keyboard, I just have to be looking at the keyboard. To the point where I've done it that way so long, it's like, I don't look for the, like, I know where the keys are, by muscle memory. Like if I need a T, I know my hand already goes over there. It's just like to the point I probably could close my eyes and type that way just by going like never been able to, well, I've learned how to type correctly a few times. I just forget because it's just unnecessary. I've got no reason not to look at my keyboard. Like why would I can type very, very quickly. I write stuff sometimes that I need to do more. It's hard to work on projects when you're depressed, like, you know. But I'm a writer. Very nearly took damage there because I forgot I was using the joystick. That's one of the downsides of this emulator. You're forced to either use a joystick, which isn't ideal in a 2D platformer, or give up diagonal. I can use a D-pad, but D-pad won't let me use diagonal movement, which is very not great. If you ever want to jump and not, like, if you ever want to jump at an angle, you don't want to jump straight up and down, you're only allowed to jump straight up and down. A lot of buttons. But that's why you have a controller, silly goose. I don't have to look at a controller. Silly Billy. And I don't bump into that as a problem because I play all Super Nintendo games. Scratch my nose, alright. Play so many Super Nintendo games. That's what I mean, like, new games have so many buttons and stuff, I don't understand. Why do you have that many features? Stop it. First time I played Dark Souls, I was like, I just could not understand why there need to be so many different functions. Like repos, why? Like, so I never used it, not once, didn't even try. Entirely unnecessary. I'm half convinced the only reason I grinded my character to be as big and tanky beefy as I did is because I didn't want to have to remember how to block and parry at the same time, or dodge roll rather. So I just grinded until my character was built like a Sherman tank, and then I just never needed to dodge. It didn't matter if things hit me at that point. They weren't going to hurt me. So less impressive, more just me refusing to learn multiple mechanics at the same time. Although my thumb is cramping up. Oh, I'm not even gonna try. When he's all the way over there, I'm not even gonna try. My shot's not, there's no way my shot's gonna get to him in time. No, don't. That canceled my charge, I'm sad. To be fair, I was sad before it canceled my charge, but it certainly didn't help things. I know better than that. I'm getting impatient, that's what it is. Oh, I did say I would show you how easy he was to beat with his weakness, didn't I? I forgot. Really? Ah! Well, the foe you have to understand, That needs to happen after this happens. I am focused. Basically, the first time you hit him with his weakness, the bulk of his armor comes off and his defense gets lowered tremendously. And then every time you hit him, he just kind of like gets shocked and he starts rolling around a bit. Does a lot of damage to him, and he never shoots at you. He basically just gets shocked and starts rolling around. Shocked, starts rolling around. It does a lot of damage to him. In fact, hold on. Make a save state here. Wait, snapshot doesn't exist. Hold on. Why? That's not something that should be. Save other. What's happening? Save game position. Save Mega Man. What? Load game position. Okay, so that works. So what I'm going to do is I save this spot right here. I'm going to intentionally die so I can show you, and then reload this bit right here just so I can demonstrate. Let me die real quick. So we can demonstrate. Because save states exist. Doing science. His weakness just shames him, yeah. There's not much he can do about it. To the point where if you hit him with his weakness, you can actually hit him while he's rolling around. After you hit him that first time. So he loses his armor here. Like, look at that. Got him all messed up. Alright. Yeah, I'm only using the Buster. Not using any health upgrades, no armor upgrades, no sub-tanks, which are items that heal you. No special weapons. Just me and my gun. Basically, only what you start the game with. I do that with some of these Mega Man games sometimes. I did most of the original series. I've done this one before. Armored Armadillo is the second worst of the original bosses. Most of them aren't that bad, they're really not. Armored Armadillo is frustrating, but he's fine. Launch Octopus is the one that sucks, because without the slide, if he uses a specific attack enough times, there's literally no way to beat him. Without the slide, there's no way to dodge that specific attack. If he spams it, you're just gonna be dead. You have to hope he doesn't do that. And then still play well enough to kill him. That's something. Speak of the devil, let's go fight him. This is gonna be something. I've got to at least be decent at Mega Man. It's the only thing I'm good at. Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, hold up. Oh, wait, what do I have in regards to vessels? Hold on. Let me go find a vessel to drink out of. Why do I have a bowl of cereal? found a tablespoon. That's gonna have to do. Forgot that this is a little hotter than the hot sauce I've usually been eating. Sipping, drinking. So it's a little bit zippier, but my God, does it taste good. I'll have to see if I can. God, I shake so badly. Really? Come on. It smells good, but it also smells like danger. Let's see if I can consume this without spilling it because I shake so bad. Alright. Cheers. Ooh. Mmm. Bella. Just the worst timing. Christ, my mouth's burning. Right. So cats, if you don't know, they'll cough up hairballs periodically. They'll just vomit all over the place. And if one of them does that and they happen to be on my bed or a piece of furniture, you gotta rush over and set them on the floor so they throw up on the floor. And it's just, you don't have to do all your bedding every day. If Bella gets in the habit, she'll do it once and then she'll walk over a ways away and then do it again instead of just doing it all at once. Every time, always. So, right. Got it cleaned up. And my mouth is burning right now. There's a glowing in my tummy. Honestly, I probably could use the calories. Haven't been eating a lot. Or like the little bit I have been eating has been Reese's Puff cereal and like 3 chocolate bars, and that's about it. Right. Yeah, I mean, Bella can really release some vomit when she wants to. It's frustrating. Or Ellie when she does it. Ellie gets so excited about everything. When she eats, she'll often get overeager and eat too much and then immediately throw it back up. Like, walk away from the plate and just... And it's very frustrating to me. Like, that's a little more frustrating. Because, like, just, like, ma'am, stop. I mean, I hear they eat grass when their stomach's not feeling well. They do it to make their stomach feel better. Oh, we're about to die. Said no one ever. Nailed it. Never die. Took me a bit. I figured out how to dodge those things he shoots out. I mean, I've always heard that dogs eat grass to settle their stomach if they're not feeling well. But that might not be true, I don't know. I love all animals, but I'm willing to admit I know a lot more about cats than I do about dogs. Down there's the hard upgrade, but we're not getting that. I just wanted to destroy that thing as I usually do. Yeah, that too. You also have to be careful because throwing up too much is probably bad for your heart or something. Cats just... I don't know. With them, it is a lot to do with, like, they groom themselves. And when they groom themselves, they unintentionally swallow a lot of hair. And, like, you don't digest that. They just... So just, if you're a cat parent, you just have to get used to them throwing up a lot. It's rough. Whoop. Gotcha. All right. Hold on.
That's what you get for being a bad guy!
Part of me wants to hang around here until we heal up, because then we would have 3 chances against him again instead of 2. I don't know if that lasts. God, this is gonna be a rough fight. I don't know if those things drop health. Maybe. They're very annoying to grind on because they take so many hits to kill. Let's just fight him. Oh, he's gonna get us. Like I said, he does this whirlpool attack without the slide. It's really a lot of, if he does it far away from you, you'll be fine. But if he does it anywhere near you and you don't have the slide, there's no way to dodge it. God, this is gonna suck. At a certain point in time, I did this so much, I was able to dodge those fish relatively consistently. Now it's just, oh, they're so frustrating. Staying away from him, dodging the fish, and hitting him is just like, oh man. Oh, moo cow. No, I got you. It is very late. Get some sleep, please. But also, all 3,000 of me loves both of you, so I'm glad you decided to stop by. Be good to yourself. Oh, right. Thank you for the resub. Also, I don't mean to downplay that. Really, sir? Really? Get away from me. Ah, I appreciate both of you. You're both wonderful all the time. Ah, get away from me, you monster. Man, how was I able to do this? Jesus Christ. Oh. That cow with the heart though, can we be real? That love emote? Precious. Much better than my love emote. No comparison. Alright, Launch Octopus, just take it easy, alright? Maybe stop. Maybe knock it off. Man, yeah, he's tough. So they don't help it. We have to start the level over. Or my medicine's... Wow, I can't tell if my medicine's making me weird or if I just haven't slept in a couple days. Or both. Maybe I'm hungry. Probably hungry. Don't know. There are a lot of things that can make you dizzy. Right. Yeah, we did pretty well that last time, though. A lot of it is, yeah, if you stay up in the air, you can dodge a little bit better, it seems. A little bit. Harder to hit him from up there, but you can dodge his stuff a little better. Those fish he shoots out go up, but those missiles don't. Right. Oh yeah. If nothing else, I make sure Maple's eating alright. I'll make sure she's eating. I'm very happy about Maple. Yeah, she is Maple's mother. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to make sure it was significantly, substantially bigger than the on-screen chat text. And I use that as a metric. I've only ever used Twitch on my laptop, or on a desktop or laptop. So I don't know. I didn't know what would be big enough. No. How did that not kill me? Oh yeah, in my bio and stuff, I'm pretty sure I've credited Alien. If not, that's I meant to. You're a great mother. 10 out of 10. Best mom. And a great artist, yes. I mean, if anything, I'm a bad uncle. I haven't even added that bonk command yet because I'm just like... Oh, just... To be fair, I've also not bathed in a couple days because I'm... Like, you know, I'm having a lot of very dangerous thoughts, and I just, you know... When you want to be dead all the time, you know, you stop remembering to bathe, right? So maybe I should probably do that soon. Probably. Never apologize. I'm glad that you enjoy it so much. That makes me happy. Like, that makes me very happy that you enjoy it that much. Like, if my emote can give you that kind of joy, bless. Hey. We're gonna get very nearly a full attempt here. Where's my emotes at? I have such weird emotes. Funny to think about how I not long ago didn't have any of these. I really did name it villain, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I still need to set up the bonk command. I feel bad about that. Like I said, I've got terrible. I'm having a hard time doing anything. I haven't even been eating, so like. Wow, I mean, like I said, cereal, and I had a couple candy bars. When I get especially sad, sugar's my savior. My body hates me for it, though. I'm in a lot of pain right now, and I'm dizzy. But like I said, that could probably be from not sleeping. That does it too. Usually. No! No! Oh, that attack heals him. That wasn't that bad at all, though, actually. I didn't realize we could break out of it that quickly. No? Ah, you walnut. God, that would be hell for me. That is, I could not imagine. Sleep is the only time, like, God, I need to sleep. Sleep is very... Anytime I'm awake, I wish I was sleeping. It's so much better. It's like a free trial of being dead, right? Oh, very tempting. It's death without the commitment. No. Buddy. Stop. No. Maybe don't. Did we want him to be doing that this whole time? Like, because that seems like it's a lot easier to dodge. Maybe we've been wanting him to do that, but... Because that does seem much easier to dodge, don't it? I don't know. We've been getting him down to like a third health or whatever. Alright. Dang. Okie doke. Appreciate you. Nah. Get away from me. God, that contact damage, though. Good lord. He hits like a bus. Stop. God, I hate this guy so much. Ah. It's hard to believe I ever did this at any point in time. I'm about to just go fight some other dudes, but... business playing this game. I'm terrible at it. So yeah, that whirlpool attack he does, turns out that wasn't the issue at all. That was never the problem. Those fish are just such a much more difficult thing to dodge. Loose to launch octopus again. God, I hate how his attack blocks your attack. So unnecessary. How? I apologize, the cooldown for that shouldn't be nearly that. Is it really 30 minutes? It's screwed up. Hold up. I'm about to go correct that real quick. That's wild. Well, hold on. Are you not going to let me? Because... how is... I was planning on only fighting this guy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna refund you, but let me fight this guy because I'm about to start crying and I don't have it in me to refund right now. So I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna go cry and I'm gonna refund your points. So I apologize. I'm keeping it together just barely right now. So I'm just doing the best I can. bold choice of words, keeping it together. That's probably inaccurate. Yeah, we want him to do that tornado thing, don't we? That went a lot easier. Like I said, his fight is luck dependent mostly, seems like. I'm sure someone better at this game could do it. I cannot. I need to make that purchase thing longer between, because my mouth has stopped hurting, but I know for a fact if I drink too much hot sauce, my stomach's gonna yell at me. Getting old, I can't digest hot sauce like I used to. Look at this new power-up we can't use. Fancy. Right. Make a save state. Remember, like I said, I'm about to go cry for a while. You know, and then probably start cleaning because my self-worth is dependent upon my productivity. But you know, it be like that sometimes. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Defoe. Gonna refund your, you know, points and stuff. Alien, you as well. Appreciate you, friend. Good luck out there today. You guys are really important to me, so take care of yourselves, please.